Welcome to Previously On, a podcast series created to help you through some of the most complex yet brilliant television ever made. Game of Thrones Season 3 Episode 1, Valar Dohaeris. We begin in the aftermath of the White Walker attack on the Night's Watch. Sam is saved from a wipe by his remaining brothers, whose numbers have been severely diminished by the fighting. They begin their long journey back to the Wall, hoping to warn the Seven Kingdoms of the White Walker threat. Elsewhere in the north, Jon meets King Beyond the Wall, Mance Rayder, but initially mistakes him for a fearsome wildling named Tormund Giantsbane. Mance thanks Jon for killing Qhorin Halfhand, but questions his motives for joining the wildlings. Jon lies and says he wants to fight for the side that fights for the living, which satisfies Mance. Sir Davos is rescued from the Battle of Blackwater by his friend Salladhor Saan, a pirate who tells Davos Stannis Baratheon, who just lost the battle, refuses to speak to anyone but the Red Witch Melisandre, who is burning those who do not follow the Lord of Light at the stake. Davos is greeted coldly by Stannis. Melisandre blames Davos for losing the battle, as he convinced Stannis to leave her behind. At the mention of Davos' son Mathos, who was killed at Blackwater, he attacks Melisandre and Stannis imprisons him. Robb Stark arrives at Harrenhal, which has just been given to Littlefinger by Joffrey, to find that the Mountain has abandoned the castle after killing the captives inside. There is a single survivor, a man named Qyburn. In King's Landing, Tyrion meets with his father Tywin, who agrees to acknowledge Tyrion's contribution to the victory at Blackwater, but refuses to name him heir to Casterly Rock, the Lannisters' ancestral home. Tywin viciously insults his son, calling Tyrion a pennant sent to teach him humility. Hurt by his father's words, Tyrion leaves. Littlefinger tells Sansa he may soon be leaving King's Landing on an assignment, and could take Sansa with him. The prostitute Ros warns Shae to have Sansa's back, especially where Littlefinger is concerned. As Joffrey and Margaery travel through a poor district of King's Landing, Margaery halts the procession to bring toys to a nearby orphanage. Her affinity for the common people is noted by Joffrey, and at dinner that night he praises her charitable instincts, much to Cersei's annoyance. Over in a new place we've not seen before called Astapor, which is a slaver city in southern Essos, Daenerys is unsure whether she should buy an army of the Unsullied. Now, Unsullied are eunuch soldiers renowned for their loyalty and battle skills, but Daenerys is uncomfortable with owning slaves. She meets with a slave owner who insults her repeatedly in Valyrian, while his interpreter, a slave named Missandei, gives a more charitable translation. He gives Daenerys a day to decide whether to buy the slaves. At the harbour, a child gives Daenerys a ball, but a hooded stranger knocks the gift from her hand. The ball cracks open to reveal a manticore, a deadly scorpion-like insect. The stranger stabs the manticore before it can attack Daenerys, and the child who offered her the ball disappears. Daenerys concludes that the attack was revenge from the warlocks of Qarth. The stranger who saved Daenerys is revealed to be Sir Barristan Selmy, former Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, sacked by Joffrey because of his age. The awesome Sir Barristan asks to serve in Daenerys' Queensguard, acknowledging her as the rightful ruler of the Seven Kingdoms. Thanks for listening. Hope it's been helpful. Listen, if you've enjoyed this, I would love it if you subscribed. We've got loads more shows where this came from, and we'd love you to join us for them. If you know someone who needs to get up to speed with Thrones, just send them our way. A 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts from would also be absolutely fantastic. If you've got any feedback, have I pronounced a name wrong? I hope I haven't. Or ideas for a show that we should be covering? We'll almost certainly be doing the big ones, but you never know, there may be others that we've missed. Let us know. I'd love to hear from you over on Twitter. You can find us at Previous Podcast, or just email us hello@previouslyon.co.uk. Previously On is presented by Jamie East and is a Daft Doris production.